Hi everybody, and welcome back to Social Studies in over a minute. We are going to be talking about the country of Australia, one of my favorite places. Now, Australia, the native language of Australia, the language of the country, is English. And you would think that's easy enough for us to communicate with. You would be wrong. Australian English is very different than American English and very different from British English. Australians use a ton of random slang to describe things, or if they have different words for things, even though it's still English, it makes it hard to understand. So, a couple of them. Well, number one, Australia is known as the land of Oz. It kind of goes along with the land down under and along with Australians being called Aussies. Now, we say Aussies, but in Australia they call them Aussies. So Aussies live in Oz, or the land of Oz. So that's why Australia is also known as the land of Oz. It has to do with how you pronounce it. So one of the things that you notice, and I've already used it in a previous video, is g'day, mate. G'day is how they say hello. Mate is friend. So g'day, mate is hello, friend. In the morning, you'd be eating breaky, which is breakfast. Australians tend to shorten words a lot and add an E sound to the end. So when I was in Brisbane, I wasn't in Brisbane, I was in Brizzy. I threw a boomerang. I didn't throw a boomerang, I threw a boomy. So they tend to shorten words and then add an E sound to the end of them. Another one is McDonald's. They don't call it McDonald's. It says McDonald's on the sign, but they want you to know if you want to go to Macca's or make a run to Macca's. So it's Macca's. In the afternoon, if you're going to go do something, it's Avro. You want to come over this Avro? Avro. Barbecue is always Barbie. You might have heard that one. Throw a shrimp on the Barbie. But they don't usually call them shrimp. They call them prawns. What else am I thinking? Oh, if somebody's fair dinkum, that means that they're honest, they're genuine, things are going really well. I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's so many different ones that it's kind of hard to even remember them all. I might sprinkle them throughout. So what you really need to know is that in Australia, the native language is English, but the English sounds very different than what we're used to. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this social studies time with me.